There is a fascinating new study that's come out which found that a large majority of students on college campuses pretend to hold views more left leaning than their own in an attempt to succeed socially or academically. The same study found that 82% of these studies actually submitted assignments representing their actual views or misrepresenting their actual views, and they did so in order to better align with the professor's expected woke ideology. Folks, this is sobering information, findings. I mean, you look at parents and high school students who are considering which college to send their kids or which ones to attend. This is incredibly important information. And now joining me to discuss this fascinating study is PsychFORM's founder and CEO, Kevin Waldman. Kevin, welcome to Washington Watch. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, let's start with what led you to undertake this study.
Yeah, so I actually attended the University of Michigan in adulthood in my 30s, and I walked in there a very liberal person, and I started to realize that a lot of the talking points in the campus setting are very, very narrow-minded in a ideological sense, very leftist, and no real room for open dialogue or really inquiry into anything anything outside of what the professors are teaching, which is political. And so I decided to investigate further.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I mentioned a couple of the things that stuck out to me, but give us an overview of the results of this study, and were there any parts of it that surprised you, that kind of stood out?
Sure. I'll start by saying I like the term sobering that you used in the intro. It is sobering. A lot of people that I've come in contact with believe that they have the same theories that I do, which is that the students are kind of pretending. But when you see the actual data, it is shocking. So 88% of the students at both universities together confess to performing progressive values on campus in order to succeed. It's not even just a academic thing. They're afraid socially to be a part of anything that isn't extremely liberal on campus, or liberal in appearance, I should say, very leftist, beyond liberal. And so we have actually at PsychFORM done 3 different studies that are all kind of ideologically driven, in the sense where we're trying to underscore that the students are being told what to believe during a very important developmental period of their life, where trial and error is extremely important, where failing is very important, where trying new things is important, and they're not really getting the opportunity to do these things because they're being scripted right from the get-go. And if you do not believe this, maybe this isn't the right university for you, and you could be a danger to your in a social setting, and certainly in an academic setting, if you question some of these ideologies.
All right, so let's bring this a little bit closer to home. Were there any takeaways that you would present to parents and high school students who are considering where they might consider attending college?
It's a tough question to answer. Without being biased, I certainly wouldn't send my kid to a school without being very involved in their lives. This is not the 90s where you let the kids come home when the street lights come on. You should be involved in your college students' academic life. Have a really good relationship with your kids at this point. There's a lot going on that the universities are dependent upon the parents not being involved. And in my research, the closest thing I've seen to success with students, which there are many, they're usually conservative families that are involved in the student's life. So I guess what I would tell parents is to be involved, to look at the curriculum, and if you have concerns, to contact the university. And I would definitely do research on the curriculum at this point before sending my kid to any university.
Thank you so much, Kevin Waldman of PsychFORM, for your insights on this incredible study. We appreciate you joining us today on Washington Watch.